Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run for me back, get back, 911. Somebody son did die, we need police on dispatch. You be with me, nigga, why is you mad? Come and get your bag, everything's on the, I be.
What's that word, YouTube? It's favorite face DLace, and I'm back with another reaction video, man. We about to react to a video from The Sun. This is a Bonnie Blue interview. I'm not sure if I've ever done content on her. I know who this is. This the girl who keep making real records, sleeping with more and more guys every time she try to do it. You feel me? If you, man, and look at her, bro. She look like Michael Jackson after the surgery. I ain't gonna lie, like she don't even look good, bro. She don't look good. Now, as me saying that, I probably would still get some top, but that's besides the point. That's besides the point, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. 1,000 bodies in a day is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, but we finna see what she talking about, man. Make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe button, leave comments. Say it again. Make sure y'all leave that like button and leave a like and leave comments, man. And let's get into it, bro. Just because I said she's like Michael Jackson and I still get top, bro, don't be thinking too hard about it, bro. I don't mean it in that way, bro. This is still a girl and this is not Michael Jackson. And she don't really look like Michael Jackson. I just said that because she was white and Michael Jackson turned white. You could tell she had some work done, bro. Don't do too much, man.
We decided to do groups to start with to help with numbers. They had about 40 seconds max before we'd keep swapping. It was like Christmas Day on repeat for me. I loved it. Hi, I'm Bonnie Blue. I slept with over 1,000 men, including probably your husband and your son. As a child, I was quite confident. I was a dancer, always loved entertaining. Did get picked on a little bit at school and mainly hung around with like much older.
Like, this is what you're known. Like, I hope none of this is a part of your real name. I hope this is like a made up name, this whole thing, because just having your real name and then world record for sleeping with 1,000 men in one day, like, your parents are not proud at all. They're not.
Older girls, and the guys I got along with just a lot better than I did the girls. I never even considered myself being an adult star or working in the adult industry, mainly down to confidence, and I didn't enjoy sex how I do now. So the idea of having sex and that much of it was not like, it was of zero interest to me. I started by scrolling on TikTok and I kept seeing, I guess my first way into adult work was camming, speaking, but these girls, all different body shapes, types, different backgrounds, saying how they was earning money from speaking to guys on their laptops at any time of the day. And my husband at the time was always been very open in terms of communication. I spoke to him about it straight away, and he probably was listening and watching the TikToks with me. So it wasn't okay, I want to sit you down because I want to, you know, work in the adult industry. And he was so focused on my happiness. He knew, okay, the options was I go back into recruitment, sitting in an office 9 till 5, or I sit at home and I do camming, and it means I can go to the beach during the day and I have more control over my earnings.
Sit in that office. Your man's is weak. Sit in that office. What are you talking about? The only choices were this and sit in that office. What are we talking about? What?
It was never a question of, okay, should I do it? It was okay, when should I start? 2 weeks after that, like, I was earning a lot of money on camming, like 45,000 AUD a week. And that was like instantly life-changing for me. So I was like, okay, wow, I can do this as a career. At the time I was enjoying it, but I'd still say it was 60% for the money. And I was like, wow, if I do this, I'm gonna be earning money. But you can only be doing camming if you're literally sat there in front of the camera. Whereas if I was to sell videos like OnlyFans, I could be earning money whilst I'm sleeping or whilst I'm at the beach or on a dog walk. So 2 weeks into that, so start of June, I decided to set up OnlyFans. In the last 30 days, I made 1.5 million. I'd like to be earning 5 million a month. But if that ever came at a cost where my pleasure went.
Like, bro. This made me want to up meat on camera, bro. I ain't gonna lie, I just talked about her and now I want to up meat. I want to see what happened if I up meat. I think I can make some money off meat. I ain't gonna lie, I can make some money. Now I want to see something.
Or my enjoyment went, I would not be chasing it. It's not, the goal is happiness, freedom, and doing what I want to do. But obviously I've got targets along the way. I'm also a businesswoman that loves supporting my family and other people. So yes, I do care about money, but that is not the whole goal and purpose here. I've created the game, basically. I have changed and completely changed the industry, to put it simply. No one was doing what I've done. I started these, stunts, that's what we're going to call them, like back in November, and I've continued to do them every few months. nothing has changed, no matter what other people are doing in the industry. It's like, I do this because I enjoy it, which is why you always see me so happy and passionate about the work I do. And like near enough every month I do some sort of stunt, and I'll continue to do that. So when I did the students in the UK, I actually started with a thing called Schoolies in Australia, and that's basically the same as Freshers Week, but just the Australia version. And my inbox was flooded with these schoolies saying, hey, like I really want to sleep with you and make a video. And at the time I was only making fake content. And when I say fake content, I mean with other adult content creators that are taking perhaps tablets, the videos are over 2 hours long, but are edited into like a 30-45 minute video where you don't see all the stop starts, you don't see where we've struggled to get into a position, or where we've perhaps picked up lube, or we've done different things, which isn't in this, you know, perfect performance of what sometimes adult content looks like. And when all these 18-year-olds was messaging me saying, hey, let's make a video, to start with, I dismissed it, and then I thought, actually, why would I not want to make more realistic content? Because when I'm speaking to my subscribers online and fans, sometimes they're like, oh, well, my body doesn't look like that, or I wouldn't perform like that. And I know if I watch a movie, or if I'm watching something online, and I can relate to that person a lot more, I'm a lot more connected to it, and I enjoy it a lot more. So I was like, that should be the same message in the content I make. So that was where the whole student sort of content came from, and it was one of the best things I've ever started. The biggest petition started, it was over 25,000 signatures in Australia, which then made my visa get taken off me. And the comments was, yeah, she's sleeping with people underage, they're under the influence, they're not consenting. And I'm just reading that thinking, if you think your son of 18-year-olds don't want to sleep with me, then the joke is on you, because they clearly do. They are consenting, and it's more just embarrassing how poorly educated they are, you know, what their kids are getting up to. Because
only a woman can get away with saying something like that. Because y'all imagine if this was a dude up here saying this about some 18-year-old girls, bro. Because y'all imagine that. Only a woman can get away with this. And I ain't even going to say white woman. No, only a woman can get away with this. Bro.
Sleeping with an adult worker who's fully tested in a safe environment, that should be the least of their worries. So no, I never thought what I was doing was wrong. It just encouraged me to do it more and sleep with more people to show the benefit it can have. There's been adult content creators sleeping with people dressed up as schoolgirls since adult content has started. So I was like, why can't it be the woman that's the older one? Why can't, you know, we always talk about equality and we think should be the same. Okay, well, why can't I be the one sleeping with a, you know, schoolboy instead?
That's an interesting take on equality. That's an interesting way to show your equality.
It's a hard one to say, because some people say they're a virgin to skip the queue, and, you know, some say they're not a virgin, but they are a virgin because they just want to, you know, pretend they've got a few under their belt. But I would definitely say it's like, what was it, into the hundreds, maybe like 300-400.
Obviously, I want to talk about the 1,000 men.
Yeah.
Can you just talk me through the day and like the logistics of it, I suppose?
Yeah, surprisingly, it went very, very well, because I was concerned at one point I was going to have more staff than people to bonk me. So I was definitely pleased when I realised there was a massive queue 2 hours before. I had security outside of the house. There was security as soon as you come in. There was then a basement, which was like they could wait, have drinks. So they had to wear protection. They got told they could wear a ski mask if they wanted to hide their face. They had to bring ID, sign a consent form. And that's as far as the sort of background checks went. We decided to do groups to start with, to help with numbers and also give people, and I guess, an ease in, because they're seeing other people. They can also watch while somebody else is taking.
Like, she really just sat there and let 500 meats get inserted and pumped in her. That's actually crazy. 1,000? 1,000? 1,000? Y'all realize how many people it is? 1,000. She has over 3,000 bodies, because she did this twice, I believe. And who knows what happened before that. So I'm saying about 3K. That's disgusting.
Taking their turn, because a lot of people enjoyed
Tested
that.
Or not.
Then we went on to one, and they had about 40 seconds max before we'd keep swapping. Then we, like, a few hours into that, we went back to groups for a little bit, then back to one-on-ones, and we finished with another big group. So some of them would come in and say, hey, I'm with my friends, can we come in together? And it was just whatever made them feel most comfortable. I had to go for like 2 or 3 toilet breaks, and I would like, the toilet was upstairs, so I'd run upstairs, and I've never ran down the stairs so quickly and been so excited to get going again, because I'd see all their faces of like, just, there's no other way of explaining it other than just pure happiness I got from that day. So there was no point I wanted to stop. And even when it ended, I was like happy because it had been the most successful day, everyone had an amazing time. But I was like, okay, wow, like I want to do that again. Like I thought it'd be a thing I'd do once and not consider again. And I even joked, I was like, shall we make this a weekly thing? Like, it was like Christmas Day on repeat for me. I loved it. The media and tabloids actually started this rumour saying I was rumoured to be pregnant. And then it sort of went quite viral on TikTok. Everyone was saying like, Bonnie Blue's pregnant from the 1,000 men. And the news started contacting me for comments. And at the time I hadn't seen these TikToks. I was like, look, I don't know what they're on about. I don't know what they're talking about. And then when I looked into it and I went on TikTok and saw there was, you know, hundreds of TikToks saying I was pregnant, we decided just to reply with no comment. It was like, we just won't respond. And then a few days had gone past and I was like, actually, why don't we use this to our advantage? Why don't I hint the fact I'm pregnant? Because the media is already doing that. Like, why don't I actually take control from this and feel empowered from it, as opposed to letting the media run with stories which aren't correct? So I then posted a photo of a pickle covered in chocolate and tried silly food combinations, obviously hinting at the fact I was pregnant. And I worded things very cleverly to make it, you know, like I said, hint that I was pregnant, but never once said, you know, hey, I'm pregnant. And the plan was from that was, okay, in 24 to 48 hours, I'm going to release a video to say this extra income I've earned and attention I've had from hinting at pregnancy, I'm going to put towards somebody else's IVF journey. Back when I was in a relationship, I actually tried for a few years for a child and I couldn't get pregnant. And it felt embarrassing, which is wrong because it shouldn't be like that. But as a woman, you think, okay, well, other people get pregnant or people get pregnant so easily without trying. And I'm here taking pregnancy tests, I'm doing my ovulation kits and I'm still not getting pregnant. And it really was like the most lonely time because people don't speak about it. I didn't want to speak to family and friends about it because I felt like I should be going to them with a pregnancy announcement, not the fact I'm trying for a baby and it's not working. So it just felt lonely. I think the hate like goes into like different categories, to be honest. Like there's some hate about my body and the way I look. And I look at them, then it makes me judge that person. I'm looking at them thinking, a lot of them it's about my age. And they're like, oh God, you know, she looks so much older than me. They've got missing teeth, the hair looks like it could do with doing. And they look like they live in a terrible place. I'm like, how are you judging me? It's more of a reflection on them for being so miserable. I'd say the most hurtful ones are the ones about my family. I know my mum before was like, oh, she must not have a family. She must lie about having
I ain't gonna lie, bro. We're not watching the rest of this. We're not watching the rest of this. If there's some more stuff that come out about it, we might tap in. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I don't know. I can only take so much succubus talk.
I'ma fuck with you. Can't no part, all you know is kick back, run up on me back, get back, 911. Somebody's son did die, we need police on dispatch.